Hey there, Tammy Davis here. Thanks for joining me. I wanted to share my location with you. I was in the middle of writing. I had stopped and did some writing in this lovely location, and well, it's hot and humid, so I put my hair up, and then these two guys showed up. So I thought I would just kind of just stop a moment and change the view and share a perspective on fatigue, as I was involved in a conversation earlier today about that. And of course, when it is hot and humid, we have a tendency to see higher fatigue rates. And truthfully, part of that is it's just the body slows down because it's actually stressful to the system. And I've been talking about the stress response for some time now. And the fact is it really doesn't matter what the diagnosis is. When it comes to fatigue, I realize that some people get diagnosed as iron deficient, others get diagnosed with adrenal fatigue. Of course, there's autoimmune disorders, and any health condition is prone to fatigue. And like I said, the reason why it amplifies when in the heat is because that's stressful to the body, and that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means it's a protection mechanism, okay? Stress is a protection mechanism. And when it's hot, the body has to redirect the chemistry in order to keep you cooler. And depending on the epigenome, sometimes it's easier for some folks than it is for others. Some people don't perspire. Some people perspire too much. But it really is about the autonomic nervous system, which is how the stress response is regulated. So aside from all of that, you have that particular chemistry that's involved. So like I said, the energy of the body is redirected. Whenever there's a stress response, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, especially the last one, in the case of a stress response, the body no longer breaks down glucose and proteins, which means you have larger than usable particles floating throughout the system. The body doesn't recognize it, therefore it triggers an immune reaction. Now, how this relates to fatigue is very important, because in a heightened state of activity, the immune system inhibits the release of iron. Iron is released stored in the liver and released from the liver. The iron release requires a hormone. But if the immune system is saying don't release it, then the liver doesn't release it. They've only recently discovered this particular hormone within the last decade or so. So I guess this basically comes back down to a hormonal and immune imbalance. These two systems are very intimately involved. And until we can get them stabilized, fatigue is always a possibility. I realize that some people take iron. Pardon me. I also realize that some people take vitamin D to support the immune system. But the truth is that these two particular supplements aren't being utilized by the body efficiently. And it doesn't really matter what you're diagnosed with. If we come at it from stabilizing the hormone system, stabilizing the immune system, now you have a better shot at increasing your energy. Are there things that you can do in the interim? Absolutely. You can take things like ashwagandha. You can use things like maca root. Again, this all depends on what you've got going on in your system. Definitely enhancing the digestive system. Of course, there are essential oils that would benefit. However, the selection that you would want to use really depends on what's going on with you and everything that you're doing. There are a number of interactions between essential oil constituents and herbs, essential oil constituents and medications. So knowing what's going on with you specifically is very important in order to make the recommendations for essential oils. In the meantime, superfoods like maca root, an herb like ashwagandha, would be really good for helping to regulate the energy and relieve the stress response. So that's really all I'm going to say about that for right now. This is kind of short and sweet. But I just wanted to kind of give you my 2 cents on that, because to me it's really important. There's so many people living with fatigue, and unfortunately the more medication you're taking, that the more difficult it's going to be to overcome it. But there is possibility. It's not hopeless. Just keep that in mind. If you have any questions, by all means, let me know. Tammy Davis. You can contact me through synergessence.com. If you sign up for a newsletter, you basically get like little mini ebooks from me, every once in a while, every 4 to 6 weeks on something in particular. The recent one was vitamin D. You're also welcome to sign up for a newsletter and then receive a coupon code for 10% off your initial transaction with me. So synergessence.com, or reach me at Tammy at synergessence.com. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I look forward to hearing from you, and have a really great day. Bye now.